This is a letter written by Wendy, a woman on Oregon, who wrote this letter to committee members, representatives, and interested parties. And it refers to an issue that is very vital to all of us on Oregon at this time. Dear committee members, representatives, and interested parties, I am the granddaughter of German immigrants who left Germany after World War I and had to move to Brazil before being allowed to enter the U.S. and were sponsored by a family member. They were escaping a destitute Germany before it slid into Nazism. I fear with a chill in my bones that the U.S., and especially now Oregon, is sliding into the same dark era. But where can I escape to? Being forced to show our medical papers to enter stores, restaurants, entertainment venues, and businesses is akin to the power and control the Nazis displayed over German citizens. Similar to Nazi Germany, will we be required to show our passports to enter any public buildings, to be in public parks and on sidewalks, to cross state lines, to use public transportation, to have library access? If we have to go to court, will we be allowed entry without a passport? Will we be making the unvaccinated second-class citizens like the Nazis segregated the Jews, the Roma, the gays? You may think my analogy is too extreme, that they are just doing this for our public health and safety, right? The Nazis felt the same way about their programs. They started small, then segregated people gradually, and fostered mistrust between people of differing status, whether it be race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religion. You would never do that, would you? There are laws, after all. But there are no laws prohibiting the segregation and persecution of people who cannot or will not get a vaccine that gives zero immunity and spotty protection at its best and kills, injures, and damages our immune systems at its worst. I have personally seen its worst. Oregon law states, quote, "The Oregon form of government requires an informed public aware of the deliberations and decisions of governing bodies and the information upon which such decisions were made. It is the intent of ORS 192.610, definitions for ORS 192.610 to 192.690, to 192.690, exceptions to ORS 192.610 to 192.690, that decisions of governing bodies be arrived at openly. This was determined in 1973, circa 1721. Your meeting asking for public input was announced last week and is already full. And it seems like your timeline is already set for March 8th, 2022. Do you really care about our opinion? Do Oregonians have a say in the workings of our legislature? Will mandates and rules now be imposed by unelected officials in governor-appointed, awarded positions at OHA and DHS? We are on a slippery slope. In the name of public health, you are imposing a mandate that will take away privacy, access, freedoms, and our basic liberties. It will further segregate a group of people who are already disenfranchised, who have lost jobs, homes, families have been split, people have been coerced into a medical treatment against their will, all for a virus with a less than 1% mortality rate for most of the population. If you're okay with that, then I have just met the 21st century Nazi Party. Sincerely, Wendy Childs.